What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and before we get to our video, we wanted to let you know about our milestone giveaway for 1,000 subscribers.
We are giving away an Amazing Spider-Man issue number 4. This is the first appearance of Silk, the original Sin tie-in. I'm sure everybody is familiar with this book. This is a CBCS 9.8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Big boy.
This book is much hotter than it was when we first bought it for the show.
Yep, that's true.
You insist on still giving it away, and I'm very happy to do it.
You can tell that he is not. But anyway, we are giving this away when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Kick-ass, key issue, first appearance of Silk, is someone's going to win this book. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to the video, shall we? Hey, did you know that you can get a ticket in Canada for doing a good deed?
For doing a good deed?
For doing a good deed. Like, there are cops, or I don't know what they call them up there, rangers? I don't know what they're called. Their enforcement, their law enforcement, hand out tickets for good deeds, like a good deed ticket, not like you don't have to pay a fee or something.
Oh,
like,
you're not in trouble. They're just like recognizing your good deed.
Right. So you can get pulled over and be like, way to go. And you're like, thanks for giving me a heart attack.
Well, they probably also don't get scared when their police pull them over, and
Right.
they don't get murdered like here.
At least, well, Patty can let us know.
That's true.
But it sounds like fun.
Yeah, it sounds better than getting murdered.
Sure does there, eh?
Oh, God.
Let's start the show. What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and we've got another new comic book day video for you for the week of March 15th. We are halfway through March. How? But, yeah, right? I'm actually really excited for this week. I know last week was kind of a short week, and then we didn't have a show because it was your birthday, and I was like, you know what? Let's go partay. So, we took a little bit of a weekend off, but we're back, and this is kind of for one, we have no DC. There may be some DC, but we have no DC. And we've got a hefty plate of Independence this week, so yeah. And then there's one book that I'm like really looking forward to, and
okay, well, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. All right, first up we have Avengers Forever issue number 15. This is the last issue in Avengers Forever, but this is the penultimate issue of the Avengers Assemble event. So we've got Avengers Assemble Part 9, last issue, number 15, Avengers Forever. Wrap your head around that one.
So this is the last issue. There's not an Omega.
There is an Omega. That's why this is the penultimate within the Avengers Assemble event, but this is the last issue of Avengers Forever.
Got
it? Okay. So the last issue of Avengers was really good. I had a good time with it. Definitely felt like Jason Aaron is finding his gusto, his wind to kind of finish this 5-year run of Avengers. It's definitely had its ups and downs, but it feels like it's ending strong, if that makes any sense. But this issue will be following Starbrand, a 90-year-old Starbrand, and Bobby Reyes as Ghost Rider, and both of them have lost their powers. So I don't know, man. I really don't know what to expect. I'm sure they'll find it at the end, and we'll fly right into the Omega. But curious, very curious.
Curious indeed.
All right, after that, here's one. Captain Marvel, issue number 47. We're continuing the Revenge of the Brood, part 5. We found out a little bit of what the hell was going on with the Brood in the last issue of X-Men. Gary Jerry is continuing on this really cool storyline, and now Thompson is picking up the baton to tell her half of the story. And it looks like we've just got some... that's right. It was Nightmare. Nightmare has been the one fucking with the Brood. And so that is why we have these rogue sects of Brood, attacking.
Right.
Which I actually I wasn't upset about it in X-Men, because Gary Jerry brought in a storyline that he, wrote at the beginning of his X run, and all of us were kind of like, what the fuck was that about? And then here it is, it's back, and he definitely tied it back in, and I didn't feel like it was out of nowhere. It felt respectable in my mind.
I was surprised because usually the kind of crossovers that we've been getting on the X-Men side have been a little bit leery, and since this started with Captain Marvel, I was worried that it wasn't going to happen that way.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know if this is something that Kelly Thompson should be getting more credit for or what. But every time that she has to get involved in someone else's story or someone else gets involved in her story, it always works out exceptionally well.
Right. They complement each other
And
for sure.
they complement each other, and it's still happening here. So excited about that.
Yeah, we'll see where it lands. And I can't remember. Did we? They ended up finding binary in the previous issue, right?
Yeah, at the very last, at the very
Yeah,
end.
that's right. And Hazmat went nuclear, so got a lot of pieces to
Nuclear.
pick up. Nuclear. All right. After that, we have the last issue of Golden Goblin, issue number 5. The solicitation is quite simple for this one. Will Norman continue to be a hero, or will he fall back into his naughty ways and become the Goblin? Um, I'm hopeful that he sticks with it, that he's still a hero. I don't think any of the conflict within himself is going to be resolved by the end of this issue, which I think
No.
makes him a much more compelling and complex hero. I mean, every hero has to have his vices and conflicts. But I just don't see Cantwell going like, and he's bad again. I think Golden Goblin will be around for a little bit as a hero.
I don't imagine Zeb Wells would be very happy with Cantwell changing that part of his story. So,
Right.
because working for Osborn and getting along with him is pretty integral into what's going on over there in the Amazing Spider-Man book.
Yeah, for sure. So let's see how it goes, but I'm hopeful that Norman will continue to be the Goblin, Golden Goblin.
Gold.
All right, let's talk about a book that
Yes.
both of us are very, very excited to see, and that is Hellcat issue number 1 from Cantwell. We're continuing our story that we picked up in the annual Hellcat Iron Man in 2022 here. It looks like we're just solo Hellcat, which I think both of us are for. It is a little disappointing. I'm hoping we get a little bit of Tony here and there, maybe kind of just popping his head in, going like, "Hey, still exists if you want to." No, okay, bye. That kind of thing. Um,
Yeah.
but I'm sure we won't get that. But put that aside and put. I'm not. We'll get into the story. I hope and pray that there's a Peach Momoko cover for every fucking issue of this book, because I will pick up that cover over anything. This cover is fire.
Yeah, I wish that there was. We do know for sure that there's not going to be.
No.
However, the way that this book has been solicited has me very excited. They're calling it a supernatural superhero horror murder mystery.
Mm,
Yes, sign me up
check.
for all of that. I'm super excited about it, and I like that Cantwell is writing it. I think he did, some service to this long lost sort of kind of put to the side character, and made her compelling. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad that he's the one that gets to tell the story. It looks like Damien Hellstrom is also going to be part of the story. Her ex-husband, who's I don't know, he's involved in the supernatural. He's involved with like the Morbius and
Isn't he the
Moon
son
Knight.
of Satan or something like that?
Yeah, Son of Satan.
Son of
That
Satan.
was the name of his book, Son of Satan.
Son of Satan. All right, cool.
Yep.
Check that off your two fat guys pull us bingo card. Son of Satan. All right. Okay, let's talk about a book that has just fallen flat. It started off pretty awesomely, but now it's just kind of it feels underwhelmed and underdeveloped, and that's because Donny Cates isn't on the book anymore. And that is not to discredit Otley. I think Otley has done a great job of picking up that baton, artwork obviously and writing wise, but it just feels like a missed opportunity. So this is our penultimate issue of that issue. Titan takes over, and I just get the feeling it's going to feel very rushed, and that's unfortunate, because I thought I was one of the few that felt like this was building into being something really cool and different for the character, and a spaceship Hulk that just sounds badass. And now we're just kind of like, and we're back to the whole multiple personalities taking over, losing control, yada yada yada. I don't know. It just, where does the original storyline end, and where it got picked up begin? We don't really quite know, but it is what it is.
Tis what it is. I'm kind of ready for this to just be over. Not so much that it was so horrible, just because I'm tired of being sad at what could have been.
Right. Let me ask you this question. What are your thoughts and feelings about the Philip Kennedy Johnson Nick Klein run?
Well,
Don't tell me. Tell me this Sunday.
deal.
Ah. All right, let's talk. Oh, now here's the book. Here's the book that I am super stoked for, and you know why? That's Immoral X-Men issue number 2, Sins of Sinister tie-in from Karen Gillan, and yep, Rasputin is back. Rasputin
Mm-hmm.
4 is back, and she is what appears to be the saving grace, the light within the dark that is going to get all of us out of this mess that Sinister has created. And I am hopeful, even though I know that the minute I stop talking, you will say, "Don't get your hopes up. She's not gonna make it out of this event." But I'm
She's not.
just gonna pray and hope that she does, because Rasputin is the shit. She's probably one of the coolest characters to come out of Hoxbox. Well, she
I
didn't make
mean,
it
I
out.
don't disagree. I don't want you to think that I don't think she's cool. It's just that they're not going to do that. They're going to just parade her around like once or twice a year to try to sell you a bunch of covers and stuff.
Well, it's working.
Yeah.
But hey, Immoral X-Men, the first issue was fantastic. I think we've only had one issue within this Sinister event that just was not there, and I
Mhm.
think that's Cy Spurrier's book. That's just kind of but Karen and Al Ewing doing a fantastic job, but cannot wait to read this. Hey, I'm interrupting the video. Do you know why? Because I have something very, very important to tell you. I know you know about our sub giveaway goal of 1,000 subscribers when we give away this. I know you know about this one because we talk about it all the time. But let's talk about when we hit 850 subscribers and what we're giving away then. When we finally hit 850 subscribers, we're giving away this. A CBCS rated 9.8 retail incentive Green Lantern #1 with Jon Stewart on the cover. That's right, at 850 subscribers, we're giving this bad boy away. So make sure to smash that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. And let's get back to the video. All right, let's jump over to our independence, and we kick it off with Boom's Behold Behemoth, issue number 4.
Yeah.
This is the penultimate issue. This book has been really good since the onset of it, and I'm really hopeful. I know that, I'm just kind of putting my hope out there that this book ends at 5, and at the end of it, it'll go Arc 2 starting in the fall, because it's just been there's a lot to go with this book, this concept. There's a lot of lore. There's really great character development. You've got these demon kaiju monsters roaming the earth, being hiding within humans, and then you have their guardians who kind of stray them away from mishaps, and it's just been a crazy fun ride. I'm super ready for it.
Yeah, I've been enjoying this one from the get go too. The creative team is really nice. I think Nick Robles is a guy that you need to watch out for. He's only done independent work so far, but I think he's going to end up on some smaller Marvel book and then just going to absolutely blow up. His art
New
is fantastic.
Marvel House style maybe creeping
Yeah,
in there
that I'd be okay with that.
for sure.
The one thing this book needs, I think, though, is this book needs the classic James Tinian issue 4 lore heavy reveal where it's just like, oh, this character gets a premonition or something, and then we just get a lore dump, but like in a really compelling way. I think that would be very welcome.
Yeah, issue 3 had a little bit of that. Like we got a little bit of explanation, but there definitely needs to be a little more for sure.
I need more.
All right, let's talk about House of Slaughter issue number 13 from Speak of the Devil, Tinian. You've been kind of up and down on this book, but it seems like it's more on the up right now than the down.
It is, and this is Tinian doing the overall story, but Tate Brombaugh, the guy that's doing Behold Behemoth, is the one doing the actual writing. And this story has been, yeah, probably the biggest tonal shift that we've had in Something Is Killing the Children in a while. The last issue kind of is opening things up. We see that the oh gosh, what was Jason's house? I can't remember his house's name now, but the Butcher House, but it's supposed to be
Butcher.
like Boucher, but Butcher.
Uh-huh.
They're from New Orleans. We see that they're still alive, and they are hot on his heels, where he's protecting the kiddos, and one of the kids gets kind of abducted, but he doesn't really realize he's being abducted, and
Mm,
looks like he's probably going to get taken into the house, into the Order of Saint George. So
okay.
we'll see what Jace does, because he swore to protect these kids. Um, this whole run has been good, and then okay, and then really great. So if
Right.
you were on the second arc and were sort of like, what the hell's going on, like I was, definitely pick back up on issue 11. It was great. Join us here on 13, because it's very good.
All right. Well, I will hear your review
You will
because,
not, because you are not reading the best.
well, I'll listen to your review,
Yeah, I
but
know, but you should be
I'll
reading it.
be I'll be lost anyway. All right, let's get over to Image. We got Forged issue number 1. This book has been hyped up by Image quite
Mm-hmm.
abundantly. There's a lot of talk about it, and I remember seeing it in the FOC, and I think you may have saw it too. And we were kind of like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
let's read the solicitation, and it's crazy. It's balls to
Yeah,
the wall. It's heavy metal. Uh, chicks in robot suits killing aliens. Sounds good to me. Just sounds dope.
it does. And this is going to be a big, giant book too. 64 pages,
Ooh.
5.99 issues. So, um, I think this is one of the few times that I get really excited about a bigger book, because
Mm-hmm.
especially for a jump off and a release, it feels like they said, okay, we need 64 pages to get you hooked, and here it is, and
Mm-hmm.
they did it, and so that makes me even more excited. Plus, it's Greg Rucka, whose work I'm personally not super familiar with, but he is obviously well known for his DC writing, particularly Wonder Woman. So
All right.
we'll see where we go with it.
No, I'm very excited for it. The only, I don't want to say negative or question I have is, but so when I put this book into the show,
Mhm.
the cover is not a full length comic, so I'm assuming it's a
Yeah.
wider format, shorter, wider format. Which
Oh, interesting. I see
I'm
what
a
you're saying, but
yeah. I don't
I don't
know.
know.
We'll see. I mean, I'm still excited for it, but it does press an issue with my short boxes. So,
Sure.
anyway. All right. Next up, we have No One from Kyle Higgins. This is a murder mystery, sci-fi kind of looking book, but it also is connected to his little massive verse. Little. Um,
Uh,
and we've been very hesitant to jump back on to a book with Higgins, but this book sounds really fun. It doesn't sound like, I mean, at the moment, it does not sound like we are following a wannabe writer, and that's going to be the main driving point of the book. It looks like we're got nonstop action and plot development within this murder mystery. Um, uh, you know, Typography alone has got me hooked. I like the way it's being used on the cover, and I'm giving it an issue 1.
I think you seem to have forgotten the reason why
I'm sure I did.
this book, because this is a massive verse, and I'm so totally done.
Mm-hmm.
This is Kyle Higgins getting credit for the writing, in the same form that Tinian is getting credit for House of Slaughter. He had the idea, but he's not the one writing the day to day, or the panel by panel.
Gotcha.
The actual writer for this book is Brian Buccellato, the writer for Chicken Devil.
Oh shit, that's right.
So
Okay,
that's
yeah.
actually what made me go, okay, I have to pick this up, because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Chicken Devil is just so damn good that when I see his name attached to something, even if it's in the massive verse, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
check it out.
Yeah.
Um,
R.I.P.
so
Chicken Devil. Sad day.
someday we'll get it. We'll
Yeah,
get
I
that
know we will.
second part.
Just not for like another 6 months. Anyway, if there's a book, if you're looking for something, I'd even Forge, but even if you're looking for something a little extra, your pool's a little light, we would recommend picking this up just because it's got us excited. So, I mean, that's the whole point of our show. It's like, hey, go get this. Anyway, all right, our last book of the night. Scott Snyder is back with Noctera issue number 12. This book has got me excited, but I will say I just hope that it delivers a, hey, this is what happened 11 issues ago in the most effective way without wasting a majority of the issue. So I know that's asking a lot,
Mhm.
but Noctera is a strong story, but we haven't had it for a minute. So,
Yeah,
you know,
it's been a while. I mean, June of 2022 was the last time that we
yeah.
had. It was when we had issue 11. Obviously, we had that one shot, the Val
Mhm.
one shot in between. But still, I mean, that's 8 months with one issue is a very long time to go. I will say, just for those that are like Jim and maybe have a perception, and when that comes doesn't come to fruition, get disappointed. I believe just like the first arc was through the perspective of Val and the second arc was through the perspective of the granddaughter,
Mm.
this third arc is through the perspective of Emery, the brother. So
Okay.
don't expect it to be any,
Well,
just have the
yeah.
expectations that
Yeah.
he's going to be the main character of this
Uh,
arc. I
Look,
highly doubt we get almost any Val in this arc at all, maybe just in the background, maybe a couple of pages each issue, but um,
I'm okay with that if it's her
yeah,
brother. The
yeah, I
second arc
agree.
with the granddaughter was a total miss, and the overall story in the second arc was great, but the narration and following of the granddaughter, I could have given two shits. But
Yeah, I will agree that I think part of the thing that really made the first arc strong was Val's voice and Val's memories. Seeing those glimpses to the first outbreak or whatever.
mhm,
So we'll see if maybe we can get back into that really good storytelling with
yeah,
Emery being our
yeah.
main focal point now.
Emery's dope, dude. I want more Emery. That's for sure.
I agree.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this week's new comic book day video for the week of March 15th. Let us know down in the comments, what are you picking up today? What are you going to be reading first? And what's your potential pick of the week? Also, let us know, did we miss anything? Are we just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and not and being dumb for not picking up the most recent Lazarus Planet tie-in, that event that already ended, but there's another one this week?
Yeah, but there's another one.
Let us know down in the comments. As always, make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. Would be greatly appreciated. We are on the road to hitting 850 subscribers, but we can't do it without your support. So please, please, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. We will see you guys this Sunday, I promise, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time live here on YouTube, where we'll talk about all of our pools. And if you have any questions that you want to ask us during our live show, make sure to come into the chat and let us know and ask some questions, because we love it when we get that kind of participation in the chat, where we can kind of take a break from the pool and talk about, something more relevant, or not relevant, but just something that you want to know. So please bring your questions to the live show this Sunday. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. As always, fam, be kind to one another and read more comics. Later.